Yo, it's Aidetund, and I'm here with another Caddicarus reaction video. This one's going to be the horrible world of Kinect games. I had a Kinect, obviously you can see my Xbox One Kinect, but that's because it's required for the system, I'm pretty sure. But I had a 360 Kinect for a while, but my room just wasn't the best for it with the lighting and the space, so I kind of just got rid of it. I wasn't playing it. But I definitely know how bad the Kinect was. Every now and then you would have like a somewhat okay game, but for the most part, it just never really worked out how you wanted it to. But it usually can make for some pretty funny stuff, like some pretty funny videos, like trying to get this dumb thing to work. So I'm hoping this will be a pretty fun video to watch from Caddicarus. And yeah.
This is Jim. He lives in the skip. Oh, my aching head.
I feel that. My whole house hasn't been doing the best, and I've been having a headache lately.
Very good. You're the funniest funny on all of YouTube.
Oh, you're so funny.
You are such a funt. I don't want a coffee. Give me something with a little more woof. Can you say please? No, I can say woof. Why are you being so rude? Shut up. Come on. I want a real...
Yeah,
you know
sorry.
what? Screw off. Forget the coffee. Take this and shove it up your ass. I've got a Kinect and it smells quite old.
It is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Kinect for Xbox 360.
2010. BP spilled a load of oil over the Gulf of Mexico. A 5-year-old Irish kid was falsely accused of stealing a bag of crisps. Mel Gibson leaves a voicemail message with lots of N-words. And Microsoft released the Xbox 360 Kinect to a very, very unsuspecting public. Originally known as Project Natal during development, which honestly makes it sound like they wanted to give the Xbox a belly button or a nose, the Kinect's aim was simple: to bring you into video games like no other console had before, by forcing you to stand up and wave your arms around like you're having a moment. Come on, what else makes you feel like an epic gamer more than smacking your children in the head? Oh wait, it's pronounced Natal. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Let's be real. These things here, they're just too hard. What do you want me to do with this?
Yeah.
Hold it now, mate.
Too much.
Microsoft's Kinect, your body is now the controller. Please hold me. To be honest, though, I do have to give Microsoft credit here, because all things
I don't want to hold you.
the Kinect itself was a success and continues to be used with Xbox One systems even today. Okay, fine, it wasn't.
Yeah, I hate the new one because it always logs me in every time like someone walks by or something like it.
Stop it, I can't take it anymore. If you lick me one more time, I'll skin you and make you a handbag. And that is where the story should end, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Xbox has some exciting new technology, they sell a load of units, they create a dump truckload of games exclusively for it, and everybody's happy. But it isn't the end.
No, we still got an hour-long video.
Only one tiny little thing holding the Kinect back.
As you can see, when I start making movements with my avatar, it instantly mimics me on screen.
It doesn't work. Even I've tried it out in a couple of videos.
Instantly mimics him,
It's
huh?
always been a bastarding mess. What do you mean stand back? What are you talking about? What, stand back here? Where do you want me to go? Stand closer. Make up your mind. Pigeon. Go to the pigeon.
Oh my god, I just freaking died.
Patrick, turn right. Please. Turn right, you stupid.
Yeah, this is usually how it goes.
It doesn't matter what I do to rectify the issues either. I've used multiple Kinect cameras in the past on multiple.
Bro, it looks like some like ghost hunting shit.
I still can't manage to get this thing working to a level where I can say, yes, this is an acceptable substitution for a controller. I don't care if it's better or not, I'm just looking for it to be usable. But perhaps I just got very unlucky in the past and picked some really bad Kinect games rather than it being a problem with the Kinect camera itself. So today's video aims to answer the question, is the Kinect now infamous? because it was stuck with a load of really awful games? Or because the camera itself is a massive piece of shit?
I don't think it was the game's problem.
I bought myself 17 new Kinect games to play through today in order to give this filthy cretin as
Pretty confident it was the Kinect and not the games. Kinect just didn't feel, it didn't work. Even when I was like outside of the games, it never registered me.
Or Michael Jackson the Experience, which is a shame because I've heard good things about them. Even though the idea of playing Walt Disney's Fantasia with Missy Elliott sounds horrific, and the Michael Jackson Experience sounds like you'd spend most of the game appearing in court.
Okay.
Enough gaggling, let's get on with this, shall we? I think we should start by checking out the first thing that you see when you start the thing up, the Xbox dashboard. Please be nice to me.
The one thing I did like, when I say like, I used it like twice, but the one thing that was kind of cool to me was using my hands to move the menu.
Say hello.
That worked alright, so.
You know what? I'm gonna give Xbox credit here. This works surprisingly
Yeah,
well.
that was the only thing that worked well for me.
You'll need a controller. Why? I'm using Kinect. Isn't the whole point that I don't need a controller? Anyway, as I was saying, it knows where my body is, it knows which hand I'm pointing towards the screen and which direction they're being pointed in. It's incredibly responsive.
It's just the Kinect expects you to have perfect lighting and have a ton of space for moving, and if you are slightly off in the lighting, it doesn't register anything. Oh god, Rabbids.
Raving Rabbids, yes. What game couldn't be better at showing off what the Kinect can do other than raving Rabbids? Don't know what these things are?
Bro, he's eating the Kinect.
Head and live inside you, warm and happy, not knowing anything about them either. Originally
It's
an
a
enemy from
noise.
a Rayman game, for some reason the Rabbids became to games what the minions are to film. Ugly, screaming little
Oh, so is that the origin of Rabbids? Is from Rayman? I always just kind of assumed that the Rabbids collabed with Rayman. If they, let me know in the comments, did they actually start off as a Rayman-like thing? I mean, I knew about the Rayman games, but like I just figured that was like a collaboration. I didn't know that they started as a Rayman thing.
Cutscene where a man is on the phone, talking with a goose, and then he suddenly throws his phone in the bin, which falls down a series of tubes, and alongside a rabbit in an acid bath, the only place where it belongs. Then another one comes in and eats the phone, and then another one looks at a screen.
Who throws their phone in the garbage bin?
Is this funny? Am I supposed to be laughing?
Yes.
I'm not laughing. Off to the main menu, and I got an achievement. But you don't get an achievement for putting your hands up. You get shot! Now, I don't think I should mess with any options here.
I'm gonna ignore that line.
One player, so I'll stick with quick play for now. After a loading screen, we end up on a game where we need to suck up all of the spaghetti sauce, meaning that we need to lean our head left and right to catch it all, and that's it. Oh. Okay then. I didn't even manage to do it that well. Nice try. Here, have some toilet paper. Oh, and while you're here, have a picture of you standing wonky. After this is another loading screen, and we're thrown into another game. Raise our hand to choose an answer. We have to count the fake moving sheep.
See, I guarantee you all the games Caddicarus is going to be playing, they're going to look a lot better than they actually are, because Caddicarus probably has better lighting and better space for it. But like, the average person didn't have that sort of lighting. The space usually wasn't the problem. It was most of the time it was the lighting.
Yes, it is.
Because most people had their, like a lot of people had their consoles in their living room.
That is all this game is. Slowly moving
For anyone who had it in their bedroom,
pictures of how much fun you're having.
good luck trying to get that thing to work.
Let you play one game per minute. In fact, you are in loading screens for more time than actually playing the games.
I keep feeling like I'm bumping my little mic on my attached to me. I'm sorry if I am.
Oh, what's that? You've got another picture for me? Great. Perfect. I look like a lamp. I mean, I can't say that the game doesn't work, because it does, but there's absolutely no reason to bother playing it if you're alone. It's just one tiny mini-game after the other with no rhyme or reason. It's kind of sad, actually. Which is why they included a mini-game that lets you play with your very own rabbit to pretend that you have a friend. Hey, what's the point of this game? What am I doing? Oh, Jesus. Why is it not working? Why are you half a bunny? Okay, doesn't matter, he's gone. Oh no!
He's in the couch.
He's now the sofa. I'm going to sit on him. Oh, we like that. Now he's leaving. So, this is a great mode, everybody. This is why you want to connect, so that you can have a fake... I didn't mean to do that, but I'm glad it happened, so I can kick the thing. That's good to know. I can't kick the thing. That's good to know. Say, what do you want to be when you grow up? An astronaut? Great! A little slap will surely make him change his mind. Change his mind about what? Women's rights? Ah, that's fun. Ah, that's fun. This is shit. Well, obviously, that was some pretty low-hanging fruit, wasn't it? Starting a Kinect Games video with raving Rabbids? Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I'm a big floppy. Yeah, I get it. I'll play fair then. Why don't I take a look at 2 of the launch titles that came bundled with the Kinect instead? Kinect Sports and Kinect Adventures.
Oh no.
First off, Kinect Adventures, which, believe it or not, actually has a story mode. You basically need to do a massive series of full body motion quests like river rafting, obstacle courses, ball bouncing, and bubble popping in order to discover and collect these things called living statues, which you can then make bend over. You know what's funny though? This actually works. And not only does it works really well. This is the first Kinect thing I have played where I can safely say that if you move your body, it then does a thing. Move your arm, the game moves your arm. Move your leg, the game moves your leg. Move your head, the game moves your head. Move your junk? Oh no. Honestly, I'm speechless. And
Don't do that
really
one.
dumb because I shouldn't be considering how simple this is. All you're doing is ducking, sidestepping, jumping, using your arms and feet individually. But because Kinect has such an awful track record with games not working for the bloody thing, whenever you get a game that actually reads what your body is doing relatively well, it feels like the second coming of Christ. And the first coming was already pretty good. Look at that, it even knows when I decide to itch my nose. Or, wait, do I have a nose? I can't quite see my face. Oh god. Oh no, actually no, stand back. No, don't get any closer. Watch out everybody, Caddy's coming to get you through the TV! Ultimately, it's still as simplistic and family-friendly as a pair of shoes, but it's functional. And if some of the photos the game took were of me looking like this, and this, then I can't say it wasn't at least a little bit fun. That is except for one thing, the noise that happens when you hit yourself. I find that very offensive because my mother died in a car crash last year and the noise it made was no laughing matter. The exact same things can be said about Kinect Sports too, even though it doesn't look like anyone on the cover wants to be there. Well, actually, maybe the kid is a little bit too happy. I love stepping on my son. Take Wii Sports and remake it so that you use your entire body instead of just your hands, and you have Kinect Sports. Just like Kinect Adventures, it's really basic stuff, but I can't knock it because it works really damn well. It knows where I'm leaning, It knows where I'm twisting, it knows where my knees are, it knows when I'm kicking, it knows how much force I put into arm swings, it knows how fast I roll my arms, it even knows when I'm having a drink of water. I'm so impressed I could just go and buy a phone on T-Mobile. The only sport here I didn't
think anyone said, yeah,
football, not only
I'll buy
because
into
I've done
T-Mobile
loads to
because of the
begin with,
Kinect Sports game.
to be here, but also because it's just a load of standing around, waiting for you to have the ball, waiting for a tutorial window to leave you alone, and then kicking it to the next person while you wait to have the ball, wait for a tutorial window to leave you alone, and then kick it again. It's honestly quite boring, and I won way too easily. I won 10-0, and that was mostly from goals that looked like this. One thing I did notice while playing both of these games, though, was something very cool about the Kinect camera itself. I've never seen this happen on any other Kinect game before, but I think the reason these two games work so well is because...
That threw me off for a second because America, we do our dates backwards, and I was like, why did it keep going? There's no months past 12.
I'm male.
I realized.
On the 19th of June 1994, I'm 5'10", and I live on a luxury yacht. However, little did I know that when I put in the disc of Get Fit with Melb, that I would be greeted with one of the most uncanny and disturbing games I've played in recent memory. The workout began, Melon looked me dead in the eye, she said,
"Put your right hand up now to start."
and then the floodgates were opened. This is what happened when I played Get Fit with Mel B. No! Oh my god, she's cut my feet off! Mel, what have you done to me? It's my good friend, everybody, Mel B, on my luxury yacht. Mel, you changed clothes. We're in the middle of the sea. Where's the wardrobe?
Having problems?
I'm having major problems, Mel, because you served me up on a chopping board. Am I going to be put into a steak?
Bend over and uppercut.
There you go. I'm now properly on your chopping board. It's Caddy spit roast. Hey Mel, do you find it a little bit funny how we're in the middle of a desert and I look a lot like Jesus? If it wants my feet in the game, then I have to be standing on top of the sofa, which means I've got to be here. I told you about barging into people's yachts and forcing them to exercise!
This is really freaking stupid.
I'm meditating! I'm floating! Mel, are you not impressed? Yeah, I disappeared. Mel, where have I gone? Mel, did you send me to the nth dimension? Where am I? The bricks have taken over! They're never gonna leave! Oh god!
7, 8, and left.
Oh my god, it's just my legs now. It's Get Fit with chicken thighs. You're supposed to be helping me get fit, not make me think of KFC. Hey Mel, have you met my dog? He's a big fan of the Spice Girls. And he likes it when his butt gets itched on your luxury yacht. Well, I think it's safe to say. And you know what? I honestly don't know why
Oh, I
Mel
love
B was
dogs.
needed for any of this. It didn't feel like her game at all. It could have been anybody standing there. Mel, you never told me your luxury yacht had a hidden compartment. The Michael Jackson game, though, that would be his game. You can't replace MJ in that. Otherwise, there wouldn't be that mini game where you dangle your kid from a balcony. Oh shit. Don't think I need to explain this, but Get Fit with Mel B isn't very good. Now, sadly, if you're really upset, unfortunately, it isn't legal to shoot Mel B. But it's okay. If you can't shoot her in real life, you can always pretend to shoot her with a gun game. Up next is The Gunstringer, another early Kinect title for the 360 and one that uses animations from Granny 3D. But I really miss Grandfather 2D. And not to jump the gun here, but this is the most creative use of the Kinect's technology I've seen so far in any Kinect game. Not just because of its adorably creative live stage puppet show setting with real human hands controlling all the obstacles and props, but because of how it makes a rail shooter work on something like the Kinect. Basically, your left hand moves the gun stringer left, right, and you pull it upwards to jump, just like you're holding the string bar of a real puppet, while your right hand acts as your gunning arm for whenever you find Mel B. But obviously, the Kinect can't exactly pick up teeny tiny individual finger motions, meaning that firing your gun while aiming has to be done in a more user-friendly way. So how they got around that here is by allowing you to lock onto a maximum of 6 targets at once for each shot, and then when you're ready, fling your shooting arm back like the recoil of a gun to activate all the bullets that you had locked on with. It isn't perfect, don't get me wrong, especially if your arms accidentally cross over each other while aiming your gun and moving left and right, but it works well enough where I can actually recommend you digging out a copy here. There's multiple types of shooting minigames that are thrown your way, a good sense of humor,
It's interesting.
platforming as well as shooting. In fact, it's more fun than dropping your kid from a window and making him cry. By the way, I've got a question. Why does that look like an avocado? In conclusion, the Gunstringer is a good time, and it's also very round. And what do straight men do when they see whopping, galloping breeds like that? They get a woody. Toy Story Mania! Yay! And I hope you're all ready because we're about to dive
I used to play this game as a kid on the Wii.
I
think this is the game I'm thinking of.
Green goblin, victim blaming, placenta cooking fun. Now, I'm not completely against the idea of a Toy Story party game that uses motion control. Sounds like it could be quite fun, actually. You know, being inside Andy's room, smacking Bo Peep around for losing her sheep for the millionth time.
Can you find my...
So I can't wait any longer. Let's jump into
Can you find my... Can you find my...
Okay, alright, we've got a practice mode mini-game to start with, and all we need to do is aim while an unlimited amount of pies are flung at Buzz's obese chin. Nice and easy, I've got this one in the bag. Time to start aiming at targets. Wait, oh dear, no. There's no targets up there. Now, I'm no expert here, but maybe the Kinect can see my hands when they're there, and then. But they can't when they're smushed in together close to my chest. I don't know. I mean, it's just a thought. And I tried using one hand on its own to see if I could get more accuracy, but nope. The game doesn't even register you aiming at anything if you do that, which is kind of a problem in a game where... Okay, well, maybe it wasn't such a good world to start with. How about we try the space world next? We boot it up and get thrown into another practice mode where we aim an unlimited amount of pies being flung towards... Are we about to play the same game again? Yes we are, you know, because it was just fun the first time. But guys, it's even better than the last game, because now instead of darts, we're throwing rings. You know what, I think I'm just gonna quit.
Oh, you're not gonna quit, are you?
Yes, I am, Woody, because you're terrible and I hate you. Another adventure it is then. Animals and friends. This sounds like a nice bit of variety. We boot it up and get thrown into another practice.
Don't tell me it's the same thing. I don't remember too much of this game.
Okay, surely there'll be something else to do if I scrap the adventure mode and head straight for the party mode. Lots of different types of fast-paced mini-games, one after the other. What could possibly go wrong? Blast off! This is all the game is.
Is this really what it was? I don't remember it being like this.
Toy Story Mania is a
I guess
game
it
where you
was.
stand still and vaguely rotate your body by a few degrees while a cursor doesn't follow where you're pointing at. That's the whole game.
Definitely would have been better. It's definitely better on Wii.
And even then, it simply can't do it.
Although it looked like it said on the 360 it's better with Kinect, but it doesn't require Kinect. So I wonder if you could use a controller.
And the weird thing though is that the menus work absolutely perfectly. I mean, it knows knows exactly when I'm trying to pause the game by holding one arm down straight and pushing the other one out, but has an absolute fit whenever I bend down just a little bit to avoid a pie in the face. Limbs out of frame? What the hell are you talking about? You're looking at me, I'm right there! Better with Kinect sensor? If that's the case, then I'd hate to see this game without it. So to summarize, Toy Story Mania works at its best when you want to quit it, which is all you would want to do with it anyway, meaning it's actually the perfect video game.
Aim for the bullseye.
Oh, come on, Woody. Your mouth didn't even say that. It was closer to AF. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know what? Maybe a Kinect game built entirely around one Pixar movie was never that great of an idea to...
Sorry, just making sure it's still recording.
Bonus credits. Crank the generators for extra power.
What?
Gee, thanks, Buzz. How about instead we check out another game that has 1 million Pixar movies in it? Kinect Rush. Kinect Rush. Does that mean we get to play?
Hurry and spin.
Oh, okay. All right, we're great. All right, we're going. We're spinning. Oh, Jesus. So Buzz, why are we spinning? So here we are with Disney Pixar's Kinect Rush, a game where you play as a child that ignores everybody that speaks to him.
You wouldn't by any chance want to play cars, would you?
And one day he catches a bus to the in order to go to all these different Pixar worlds in the park and pretend to be in them.
I love playing Mater. He cracks me up.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. This is the saddest game ever made. All you do is run around a theme park, talk to kids, and then pretend to have fun. What kind of shit theme park is this? Where are the rides? Why is everyone okay with this? Where are your parents? Is this Lord of the Flies? So let's take a step back for a second. You are playing a video game where you're pretending to go to a Pixar theme park, but the game itself is you pretending to go to a Pixar theme park. Don't let that turn you off, though, because I actually had a bit of fun with this one. Wow, I didn't expect that. In its simplest terms, Pixar Rush is an on-rails platforming game where you travel through multiple Pixar movies and usually means you have to move with your arms like this, but sometimes means you have to move them like you're a drowning dog. There's a few mechanics added in and changed across all the movies to spice things up, and surprisingly enough, not only does this game work really well with reading your running arm motions, leans, and jumps than something like Toy Story Mania, but it's also 10 times more fun than that game too, even though it's like 5 smaller games in one package. I didn't like all of it though, like with where the game couldn't really figure out if I was rowing a boat or having a stroke, and on the calibration screen, the game was convinced I had scoliosis, but overall, I'm kind of impressed at how well this all works, and you get a lot of variety for your buck too. Oh look, I even got an extra disc in the box here. Do not make illegal copies of this disc. Yeah, that'll stop them. I wonder what's on this disc though.
Up.
Mother. Hello! I'm Spons, and I'm here to tell you that your house is ugly and you should be ashamed of it. Look at that wall!
We're not.
Did you paint it with
Cut past this.
It's the greatest box art of
Okay, we're
all
back.
time. I'm
Harry
serious,
Potter.
This is possibly the best box art I've ever seen in my life. Look at it. Hermione is looking off slightly to the left. Ron is about to kamikaze the side of Hogwarts Castle. And what is Harry doing with his face? This may just be the greatest video game ever created. Wanna know
Harry
why?
looks like he just got a haircut and he's like trying to like get his parents or like get his friends to say nice haircut, so he's just like awkwardly smiling in front of them.
Are you ready, gamers? So in Harry Potter for the Kinect, you get the honor of playing through a few major events of all of the movies in one big story mode. A sound idea for a motion-based game starring Saint.
Potter.
Harry Potter was living with his awful Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon when, on his 11th birthday,
His Uncle Vernon sat on him. So we've got our Hogwarts letter ready to go, and we can choose to have it in movie mode, which is addressed to Harry, or custom mode, which is addressed to Caddicarus TV. And I'm picking that one based on how great it would
Bro,
be.
Caddicarus is canon in the Harry Potter world. Confirmed.
Welcome to Hogwarts. Muff Muncher _69. And because we've chosen custom mode, this also means we get to customize our wizard by taking a photo of ourselves and using that as our avatar. And I ended up with this. Welcome to Hogwarts, where if we don't like your face, we rip it off and stick this one on it. And now we have to get our wand, preferably without breaking anything.
bravo!
Aha! Got it. The perfect wand for the perfect boy with facial hair. Now we need to be sorted into our schoolhouse, and apparently we can shout at the Kinect in order to influence its decisions. Slytherin! Slytherin! Slytherin!
Hufflepuff!
Well, now I'm only left with one question. Did my
I
parents
feel
let
the
me off
pain.
the
I'm a
hook because
Slytherin, guys.
magical,
I'm a big Harry
or
Potter
because they
fan.
didn't want to look at my face anymore?
And
Let's get on with
I've
the
always been a
story here now.
Slytherin. I
I
got a
can't wait to
little
see what
Slytherin
adventures we get
banner
up to.
on my wall.
Potions class. Perfect.
You will attempt to brew a cure for boils.
What? You mean like the one on your face? Oh wait, that's just your nose. I mean, okay, it's pretty straightforward. You just move your arms in the way the game tells you to, but it seems to be working okay. Oh, what's this? 5-star rating? I'm impressed, Kinect. I'm impressed. I know I don't look it, but trust me, I am. But now we're on to the true test. Can we cast
Wingardium Leviosa. Now, you try.
Wingardium Leviosa? Wingardium Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa!
Try again.
Is this microphone broken, or am I not giving it enough Leviosa? Wingardium Leviosa, Wingardium Leviosa, Wingardium Leviosa, Wingardium Leviosa. Well, if you can't hear me, what am I supposed to do? I don't know if you guys remember, but in the Harry Potter movies, they cast spells, so how am I supposed to keep playing?
You can also use movement to select a spell. To select Wingardium Leviosa, put your arms in this position.
You're joking.
Excellent.
You hand yourself into the FBI to select a spell! I don't remember that from the movie! Okay, so that was a disaster, but at least the motion control still worked pretty well. Hey guys, guess what I'm doing in this picture? I'm casting a spell in Harry Potter.
When Professor Quirrell interrupts dinner in the Great Hall, he did a very funny scream. Ron and Harry realize Hermione may be in danger and go to the girls' toilets
Trolls.
to look at them.
Anyway, we now have our first boss battle against the
Trolls in
troll
the
in the bathroom,
dungeon.
but there's just one problem. I don't know which one is the
Thought
troll.
you should have known.
The toilets have big enough gaps for me to come and see you. Ah, no! Watch out, 11-year-old boy with beard. The troll is coming to get you. There's only one thing you can do to get away. Bend your kneecaps in the wrong direction.
Do the stanky leg.
When Professor McGonagall
Bro hit the stinky leg so hard, the troll said, "Up, my bad, I'll leave."
She gets moist. Hey everybody, look, here I am, the youngest Quidditch player in a century, with a face that's a different colour to the rest of his skin. To be fair to Kinect, once again though, this does work surprisingly well. It's not complicated or anything, but it's certainly functional. Steer left and right by leaning, reach out your hand to grab the snitch when you're close enough, and come on, who doesn't love punching the shit out of spotty children on broomsticks and possibly killing them? And, okay, would you look at that, we've skipped a lot of this story because we're already at the end of the first movie. Off we go to fight Voldemort, I guess, but before that we need to get past a locked door with a million flying keys surrounding it.
We're looking for a big old-fashioned one. Probably rusty like the handle.
Ron, you're 11. Why do you sound 36? This minigame here, it is a dumble snore. You just float around as still as a statue while using your body to stop keys from flying by you. And why does the end of your broom look like you sat on Tina Turner? No time to answer those questions though, because here we are, face to face with Voldemort's face and his other face. And even though he is a literal face grafted onto the back of someone else's head, I somehow look worse than him. By the way, do you want to see the greatest introduction to a main villain in video game history?
We meet again. See what I must do to survive.
Flawless. And so is this boss battle. Do you know what you have to do?
Oh god.
Hold your hands out in front of his face for long enough.
What you see versus what he sees.
Not again. Not like this. No.
Not even joking, that's how it ends. And if the first movie is going to end so half-heartedly, then I will too. Who's that at the top of the stairs?
Oh gosh.
Is it J.K. walking? No. It's J.K. Rowling. So what do you do when the wizarding world of Harry Pop-Off is a little too intense? You head on down to good old Sesame Street. Believe it or not, there are actually multiple Kinect games based off of Sesame Street. The most popular
Why?
one being Once Upon a Monster. But after looking into it, it just looked like every other baby's first Kinect game, so I decided to skip it.
Good.
I know you could read.
I can't read that, Cookie Monster. This one is about an onion wanting to be a cowboy.
Well, how did you
What?
know that if you can't read?
You vile wasp.
No, instead I decided to go for Sesame Street TV on the Kinect, because it actually does something really unique with the technology. It teaches you how to stop using your binky. Since this is indeed for toddlers, you aren't expected to actually do anything that taxing. So instead, you're simply given a collection of Sesame Street episodes in HD, all full length, and all tailored around you by using the camera. Everybody, help me. I'm over the limit. Sadly though, Kinect Joyride is another one of those games that I just can't say that much about. Not because it's bad or anything, but just because it exists, and it works, so I can't even joke about how terrible the Kinect is here. You pretend to hold a steering wheel, twist it to turn left and right, lean left and right for drifts, pull the wheel back and push forward for a speed boost, and tilt your body up, down, and all around while in midair to try out some tricks. But it all works pretty damn well, so to be honest, like, what can I say? Do you want a racing game with no controller? Then what's wrong with you? I mean, then you should get Kinect Joyride. For a game about racing built entirely around body motion, it's a nice little distraction that does its job well enough. And more importantly, it's legal.
Oh, come on, champ. Why are you so glum?
Well, I really want to go to Disneyland.
Oh, but you can't, because you're poor.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for you, for only $149.99 and an additional $49.99...
I can finally afford to go.
No, you can pretend to go. You can pretend to go. Pretend to go. Pretend to go.
The very existence of Disneyland Adventures for the Kinect absolutely mystifies me. You've got this wonderful and amazing motion tracking camera technology to do whatever you want with, and instead of putting Disney characters in a grand magical adventure for you to interact with, you pretend to go to a theme park as you stand in front of the camera pointing in the direction you want your ugly goblin to run towards. Look, there's even crowds of people that block you from moving. See, it's just like the real thing. I always wanted Theme Park Crowds, the video game, but it's not all bad because look, they included my favorite Disney movie, The Sniffing Ticket.
I fooled! Who'd have guessed that?
Okay, I preferred you when you were flat. Is that supposed to be a man made out of a ticket? He looks more like a piece of buttered wood. I don't know, maybe someone somewhere gets their rocks off to this game, but I just don't see it. Yes, finally, I've always wanted a video game where I can go to Disneyland and run around a crowded theme park in real time without any friends, family, shops, restaurants, or actual physical rides. Why does this game exist? Help me, Michael Rat!
Let's meet
For money.
Just wave like this.
That's why it exists. For money.
I was hoping to get some of my friends' autographs today, but I've been so busy with the Toontown Mayor election that I haven't had the chance.
Wait, why do you need to get autographs from your own friends? Are you trying to sell them on eBay?
Do you think you could ask Donald to sign this book for me? I'd sure appreciate it.
Oh, right, so I finally save up enough money to make it to the real, genuine Disneyland, and the very first thing that happens when I walk in the gates is the park owner asking me to run errands for him because he can't be asked himself.
Guess you're a little shy.
What are you trying to say? Sure, why not? It's not like I'm a kid that wants to have fun or anything. I'll go and get your stupid Donald scribble.
Hello, Donald.
Okay, and now I've got to run all the way back to him? Fine, whatever. I was planning on running back out the front door as soon as I got here anyway. No worries, Ronald Reagan. Here, Mickey, I got your stupid autograph in your stupid book. Can I please run around the park now?
Actually, this autograph book's not for me. It's for Goofy.
Oh, great, so I haven't actually been doing you a favor. You told Goofy that you would do something important for him as a friend, gave up without even starting, and then dumped it on me the second I got here. Gee, thanks, Mickey Minger. Can I at least get your autograph for me so I don't need to ever see you again?
Wow, what an honor.
You cheap prick, you didn't even write anything down! Mickey Mouse become a sociopath. Did he finally succumb to the darkness? Time to run off back in the direction I just bloody came from to find Goofy and give him his goddamned autograph book.
Hello, Goofy, hello.
Can I get one for myself while I'm here?
Sure.
Right, so Mickey doesn't write down anything at all when I ask him for an autograph, and you sign my book with a pen you pulled out from the inside of your ear. All I need now is for Donald to throw up on me and the Holy Trinity is complete. Okay, so now I've done that. What do I need to do now? I still can't go to the park. I need to go back to Mickey again? Why? I thought I was playing Disneyland, not Papers, Please. When was being a miserable delivery boy anything to do with going to Disneyland? Do you need to sell your life into the slave trade to get inside Disneyland nowadays? Oh, there you are, Mickey. What else have you got for me then? A metal bucket so you can send me off to get fresh water from 30 miles away?
I've got a present for you. It's your own magical camera. If you like, you can practice taking a picture of me.
Holy shit, the narcissism. Mickey
Yeah, I was about to
Mouse
say.
can't even give me a poxy little digital camera without the one condition of taking a photo of him just because he's that damn brilliant. Well, fine. If I must, I must. Oh, and after all of this, guess what we need to do? Go on, guess. No, you're wrong. We have to go back to Goofy again take his picture because I guess
Go to
he's such
Donald.
a gangly moron he can't figure out how to hold a camera himself, and then he gives us a map of the park. Oh my god, finally! So after all of that pointless busy work, I can finally fast travel to some classic Disneyland rides. And is it worth it? Absolutely, categorically no, it is not. The first ride I picked out was Big Thunder Mountain, one of my favorites at Disneyland, and I was expecting some sort of visual show, maybe with occasional things to grab and collect, or a cute video where they put your real-life body in the seat of a ride, or maybe even a load of themed minigames where you watch the ride play out in the background. But no, what you get is one of the most exhausting and painful workouts I've ever done in a game. This was more hard work than Get Fit with Mel B. So this is what you do for Thunder Mountain on this
Chicken
game,
thighs.
right? You stand still, reach out to the left and the right occasionally to hit switches and grab coins, and you do this as fast as possible for 3 minutes straight without stopping. Yeah, this is your reward for doing all of Mickey Mouse's daily chores. Imagine that one Mario Party minigame where you mash buttons as fast as possible non-stop, but it lasts for 3 minutes and you're using your entire body instead of just your thumb. You're supposed to sit down when you get to the ride, not pump up an inflatable swimming pool.
Daddy, can we go to Disneyland?
No? Why would we need to do that when we can stay at home and pump? Not even kidding. This single minigame alone absolutely knocked me out for the rest of my recording sessions that day. Even the Kinect itself was noticing that I was struggling and told me to take a break. It was absolute murder on my back, but I didn't want to leave right after that. I mean, I'd already spent about half an hour of running slowly back and forth to get to this point, so I thought I'd give another ride a try and clicked on Space Mountain, another favorite ride of mine. And yeah, fine, okay, it's not as arduous as Thunder Mountain, but they expect you to steer a spaceship around an asteroid belt, avoiding obstacles and aiming lasers without dropping your hands down once for 6 minutes straight. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's way harder than it looks, particularly when it reads all my movements fine, so let's head to the main menu and oh my god, what is that? Where on the box does it say that you can play as a swan? Look at this thing, he's disgusting, and what is that all over his body? Is he covered in Cheeto dust? I have only loaded up the menu and hit start, but despite that, I can comfortably say this is the ugliest game I've ever seen. He looks like an Easter egg, and check out these cutscenes. These silent, boring, static, hideous cutscenes.
No.
And here I come, lads. Oh, what a chap. Oh my Jesus, look. If his face wasn't awful enough for you, then you'll be thrilled to know that the developers animated him a wobbling gunt. Oh god. Oh god! This isn't what I needed today. But most importantly, is the game any fun to play?
Probably not.
What do you think? Hulk Hogan's main event is so bottom of the barrel, even the milk mold won't grow on it. If you ever wanted to play a video game adaptation of Happy Slaps, then this is exactly the game for you. You just throw your arms and legs in any direction you want and win. Occasionally you have to guard your face, even though it would look better if it was smashed in, but mostly it's a load of invisible fly swatting until you win. Oh, hang on, did I say win? I meant to say enter into a mini-game where you take Fat Aquaman over here and make him pick up and drop your opponent over and over and over again. Dude, please stop it. I don't think he has any more backs to break. And then, just when it couldn't get any worse for Captain Chin, you still haven't won the match, because you then go into another mini-game where you have to pin your opponent down and pound on him some more. At this point, you really need to stop, man. He's already dead. I'm never touching this game again. You know what? I'm pretty sure I've seen that face before somewhere. Rise of Nightmares makes sense. Now, this box art is not very scary at all. You know, woman, hands, those are things that we all have. I think they should have used the Connectables box. Oh man, I've got to reach my hand out to the screen.
I keep seeing this game, and I'm a big horror buff, so...
Okay, so I bet you are all thinking to yourselves just now, oh golly, this Kinect gadget is a top bit of kit. That is certainly worth the money, but can I play a horror game on it? And the answer is no. Unless you don't mind swaying back and forth like a drunkard while you spend the first 16 minutes of the game opening the doors of a train. I'm not joking about that, by the way. For the first few minutes of the game, you do nothing but open a million doors. Is this Rise of Nightmares or opening of doors. We control a man named Josh, and if you couldn't tell by his waddling at the very start, he has a drinking problem. The story starts on a train where we do everything that Kinect was built to do, including arguing with your wife, walking into a British woman, sniffing an old Romanian man, and crawling under the legs of a Russian ballet girl.
What
We need to chase after
the
our wife after
hell?
our little argument, but in order to do that, we need our ticket, which I clearly had in my hands, yet the bastard train conductor won't let me through. How do you think I got on this train without my ticket? See, now look, I've got my ticket back, but that meant I had to be told I was going to die by a fortune teller. I don't know, lady. I think my future consists of opening even more doors. I just can't see. Ew, we've got icky bugs on our arms. Get them off. Are you starting to notice something about this scary game?
It's not scary.
That it isn't scary.
Yeah.
I'm getting absolutely sick of these movement controls. Picking things up with your hand is fine, but the game wants you to take a step forward to walk, which would be okay, except you get reprimanded for doing that. What do you mean I'm standing too close? You told me to step forward, you dick! Not only that, you need to shift your shoulders left and right to turn. But since there's a delay to the Kinect reading you doing that, if it even reads it at all, you can never align yourself straight for longer than a few seconds and are constantly overcompensating your turns. You just wave back and forth endlessly.
Oh my god. Yeah, that does not sound good at all.
It literally does not matter that the game recognizes me perfectly and tells me I'm in the optimal play area. You are still at the total whim of this thing trying to decide if you are trying to sidestep or get down with your bad self. And then there's the combat. The lumpiest lump I ever did lump. In order for you to protect yourself from enemies attacking you, you hold your arms up to your face, which is also how you swing a weapon. But the problem with that is that whenever your arms are up, you automatically lock on and focus on one particular enemy that you can't decide and move towards them without any way to turn around. So what ends up happening is you get attacked from behind because you don't have eyes in the back of your head. Unless you're me. Which then means you need to hold your arms up to protect yourself whenever any enemies are around. Meaning you can't control your movements when you need to pick up an important item or weapon after the current one breaks, and then you reach the enemy and it's just another round of happy slaps until baddie fall down. Sure, they did think about this a little bit because you can raise your right hand above you to auto-move you to the next destination. But why on earth would you want to do that? First of all, it's boring. Second of all, it means there's no point playing it yourself. Thirdly, you can't explore. Fourthly, Rise of Nightmares isn't scary. Fifthly, Rise of Nightmares isn't good. Sixthly, Rise of Nightmares sucks. And seventhly, at least it isn't as bad as one of the worst reviewed games on the Kinect.
Which is? A Steel Battalion? There was a Steel Battalion game on Kinect?
So despite this being one of the worst reviewed games of all time on the Kinect, I'm not going to go that hard on Steel Battalion, even though the game goes hard on the coloured brow. First of all, I'm grateful
I
you
didn't-
have to sit down for this one.
I had no idea there was a Steel Battalion game on
The
Kinect.
atmosphere here, as it tries to make you feel like you're cramped inside a multi-person walking battle tank, surrounded by endless death and intense warfare, is absolutely spot on. The characters are surprisingly great when compared to other modern war games. It's loud, it's stressful, it's claustrophobic, and it's claustrophobic. This thing needs to read every precise body movement you make in the middle of a war, and it's claustrophobic. Oh god, oh jeez, oh god, oh jeez, oh god, oh jeez, oh god, oh jeez, oh lord, oh jeez, oh jeez. The SEAL Battalion essentially demands from you the impossible. Wanna know why? Because everything on the screen here is important. This thing, that button, this knob, that knob, this knob. Hello. Everything serves a very important purpose, and you need to raise specific hands in specific places to enter specific side menus and touch specific buttons in those specific side menus while specific bullets fly through your specific face. Need to see where you're going? There's a hand movement for it. Need to step back and check your ammo count? There's a hand movement for it. Need to protect your team from bullets entering the cockpit? There's a hand movement for it. Need to go into aim mode? There's a specific hand movement to do in a specific area of the screen when you're sitting a specific distance away from the front window. You also have to check out your all around the cabin, and you need to stand up occasionally, and you need to fly. This is simply way too much for the poor little Kinect to handle, and this game does not go easy on you. It's do or die with no help in between. You're in control of a walking tank in a war. Good luck, tweens! But that's not all, because the game also requires constant use of the controller to move, aim, and shoot the tank, which not only makes me question, why can't I just use the controller? But also, this
that makes sense.
figuratively poo itself yourself because if you're sitting there holding a controller, your hands are too close together and the tracking has an anxiety attack, meaning a load of this happens when the game demands precision and quick reactions. When everything works as intended, which is rare, Steel Battalion is extremely immersive and satisfying to play, if a little bit hard. I did manage to get through the first story mission on my first try and it felt great to do that. But that was only 20% of what I managed to play. The rest is a total mess.
Oh, man, I got a fist bump from the Winfield Powers.
Yeah, and I got to give a chest rub to Natch. Hello? What's that? You've got another Kinect game for me?
Oh boy.
Which one is it? Sonic Free Riders?
I was waiting for this one.
Oh yeah, you were all waiting anxiously for this.
I was actually. Well, I was.
Game, I don't think I've heard a single positive thing about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. What a nice intro this is. Truly, I'm grateful because if you leave the screen or sit down for any reason, this little Johnny up here disappears and the whole game pauses. And no matter how much I tried, this cutscene is unskippable. So for the first minute and a half of the game, you are stuck just standing there waiting for a video to end like you're waiting for a bus, but instead of it eventually taking you to the high street, you're taken to one of the worst racing games ever made. I was able to get by every single one of the tutorial missions with absolutely no problem though. First time attempt on all fronts actually. But you know you're in for a good time when the little man telling you that you're perfectly visible from the Kinect turns from chirpy white to sad red after the intro ends. It didn't matter.
I ran out of storage. This is the one thing about these Caddicarus videos. They tend to be a little bit too long, and something always feels like, I always feel like something's going to happen at the end because the videos are just too long. At least we made it pretty close to the end this time. We had about, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes or something like that left. So yeah, I kind of ran out of space. So I'm just going to end the video here. Yeah, that's pretty much how I expected a lot of these games to go. You know, Sonic Riders and all. That horror game looked horrible. Horrible. And yeah, that's pretty much how most Kinect games were. So yeah, if you guys have any other Caddicarus videos you want to recommend to me, feel free to comment them below. And make sure you guys subscribe for some more gaming content. I don't just do reactions. I do gaming reviews, skits, videos, stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe if you want to check out some more of my stuff. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.